We clicked pictures using Gcam and stock Android.
Damn, it looks so natural.
They look so different.
Alright, so finally you guys have been asking for it, so here is the full review of Motorola Edge 40. But this review is going to be different. Because A, I've been using this for 30 days, so I'll tell you my practical side of things. And B, a few days back, we asked you guys what you wanted to know about the phone. And well, there were tons of questions like, what? So I'll be answering all your questions. Let's go. Now to make things simpler for you guys, I'll also be telling you about the pros and the cons. Alright, so we have Divyansh and he wants to know about the build quality of the phone. So, which brings me to the first pro, and that is the design. This is one of the slimmest phone available right now. Also, it is very light, so the in-hand experience of the phone is very good. Plus, the sides are made from metal, which touches your finger, so it feels premium too. Other than this, since the phone has curved display and even it has a curved back, you will feel confident holding it and it fits exactly in your palm very well. But there is a catch here. See, the variant that we have has a polycarbonate back and at times it can get a bit slippery. Now you can use the included hardcover or you can go for the green vegan leather finish. We used that previously and that isn't slippery at all, and plus that back feels really good. Moving on, we have Soham Bhattacharya, and this is very interesting. Now this year the Moto Edge 40 has a 8-bit display, whereas last year the Edge 30 was a 10-bit display. Which brings me to the pro, the display. Let me demonstrate. So we have the Moto Edge 30 here with us. So I'll play an HDR scene on YouTube. See, the Moto Edge 40 is more vibrant and bright. And not just that, I'll share two personal examples. First, I saw the entire season of Last of Us on this and I loved it. Second, the stereo speakers here are very nice. So I was watching Kathal the other day on Netflix at home. By the way, very nice movie. And generally I prefer using headphones when seeing movies, but here the sound was so good, I had no issues. So for watching movies and videos, this is a very good phone. Now Himanshu has a lot of questions, so I'll address the accidental touches first. See, this is a curved display, and generally in curved displays, whenever you're holding the phone this way, you're always touching the display. Like, let me show you. So this here is the Lava Agni 2, which is also a curved phone. Now in the camera app, see, if I hold the phone like this, the camera doesn't take pictures because my finger is already touching the screen and it is detecting that as a touch. But now if I do the same thing on Moto Edge 40, even if I have my fingers here, I can click photos. So they have done that software magic to ensure there are no accidental touches. Now, my only concern with this display is protection. And not just me, many of you like Shashank also had this question. See, frankly, it doesn't have Corning Gorilla Glass protection, and getting tempered glass for this curved display is also difficult. So you'll have to be extra careful while using this display. Coming to software side of things, a lot of you wanted to know about the software update situation. I'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let me tell you about the software experience of the phone, which is the third pro and the question of Bipin here. So the software here is very similar to stock Android. Like, see here side by side with the Pixel phone, the notification icon, lock screen, clock and everything, they look very similar. Plus, Motorola has added quite a few features that you won't get on Pixel or stock Android. For instance, this pin pad scrambler. See, if I lock the phone, the position of the number changes when I unlock it. Or they're ready for app, which lets you connect your laptop and use your phone's camera as a webcam. And we recently covered all of these features or Moto software in this video over here. You can go check it out after watching this video. Other than this, I really love the extra features that are bundled with this phone, and I'll give you a personal example. So every morning I charge my phone to 100% and I'm a medium user, like browsing the web, watching YouTube videos, scrolling Insta Reels and all of that. And by the end of the day, I would still have 20% charge left. Now yes, if you do heavy tasks, you will drain the battery much faster. But the best part is, if you use the 68-watt charger that you get in the box, it charges the phone back to about 60 to 70% in half an hour or so. Or many times I would just put it on the wireless charger and by morning it would be 100%. Also, this phone has an IP68 rating, which is very rare in this price range. So all that water splashes and all of that didn't bother me because I knew the phone is IP68. Now a few of you like Hiran here wanted to know if it had reverse wireless charging or not. Unfortunately, it doesn't. There's only wireless charging. Now, a lot of you wanted to know about the performance, like if this phone heats or not, like Pritesh, Siddhant, and a lot of you. Well, I would say the performance is a mixed bag. See, in normal day-to-day usage, like if you're just watching YouTube videos, social media, browsing the web and all of that, the phone works fine, like really good. Or even casual gaming, like Subway Surfer and all of that, the phone works well. But if you do long hours of gaming, the phone does get hot. Like, let me show you. So right now, here's how much the phone's temperature is. Now, I'll play BGMI for 30 minutes and show you how much the temperature goes. And as you can see, it goes like about 41, almost 42 degrees as you can see, and it feels really warm in the hand. So yeah, if you're like a hardcore gamer who plays like 2 to 3 hours in a day, then I would recommend you to go for other gaming phones like iQOO and all of that. But for casual gamers, this phone is just fine. Also, I noticed something very weird. See here, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, but the YouTube and all the apps are not loading. So I had to switch to mobile data and back to Wi-Fi, and it fixed the problem. So this happened quite a few times for me to mention it over here. Again, not a deal breaker, but Motorola should fix this via software update. But the biggest concern I have with this phone is the camera. See, on paper, the camera specs are fine. Like, it has a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS and a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, which is nice. But the pictures from it seems to be missing the edge. For instance, see this picture, we took this in the afternoon, so there is enough light. And at first glance, it is fine. But if you zoom in on my face, it doesn't have much details. Or see this picture in portrait mode. If you zoom in on my hands here, see it didn't capture the hair of my hand. It looks soft. However, selfies are good. So it has a 32 megapixel selfie camera, and the pictures from it are better than the main camera, like the skin tone. And even if you zoom in, it has enough details. Plus, one of the few phones that can do 4K from the front camera. So overall, this whole rare camera software processing could have been better. Now, a lot of you like Faisal, Arnab wanted us to use the Gcam mod, so that's what we did. Now, for those who don't know, Gcam is Google Pixel's camera app made for non-Pixel phone. You have to download it separately from the browser. We clicked pictures using Gcam and stock Android, and we'll get their opinion on this too. So which one do you prefer?
Right one.
Right one.
Gcam. It looks closer to my natural skin.
Right one, because of the saturation and colors.
I prefer the right one.
Why?
My skin tone looks more natural, and even the detail around my arms are there.
So yeah, undoubtedly, using Gcam, the pictures are much better. Like the skin tone and all is so good. Also, here's something interesting. See, on stock camera app, it can do 4K 30 FPS only. But now in Gcam mode, see, it can do 4K 60 FPS. Like, what? So this phone is capable of doing 4K 60 FPS, but Motorola's own camera doesn't let you do that. Maybe a software update can fix that. And speaking of software updates, let's address the elephant in the room. So many of you like Manoj, Uday and a lot of others wanted to know the update situation with Edge 40. Well, truth be told, even we are not exactly sure about this because Motorola doesn't have a good history of giving timely software updates. However, we did speak with Motorola officials and they assured us that they will improve on this entire situation. But only time will tell how true that is. So, fingers crossed. Another minor concern could be the eSIM. Like eSIM is very good for security and privacy of your phone. However, if you're someone who uses 2 physical SIM cards, you'll have to get converted one of the physical SIM card to an eSIM. So to answer the question, is Moto Edge 40 the best phone under 30,000? Well, this phone does have a lot of good things which you usually get in premium phones. Like if you want a phone majorly for watching videos, social media, casual gaming, good ad-free software experience, this is a really good phone. Motorola has been doing a great job since the past 2-3 years. Now one thing to note is, if you want good camera, then just install Gcam mod and that might fix the camera a little bit. But if you want a phone for heavy gaming or if software updates is very important to you, then you can look for other options. On that note, this is Pratik signing off, and if you liked the format, 12,000 likes, let's go, man. Pew pew.